Thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. I am so excited to talk with you guys about my favorite designer fragrances for women, or the fragrances that I would start my collection with. So I really love niche perfumery, but I definitely started out with designer, and I remember how difficult it was to pick the right scent for me, especially like at a fragrance counter. The sales associates can be a little aggressive. Sometimes they just want to push what's new, and it's hard to find the fragrances that, in addition to smelling good, are going to have the necessary projection and longevity in addition to just smelling good. I don't know about you guys, but I want to smell like a masterpiece. I want to smell amazing. And so these 5 fragrances I think are the absolute best choices, they're my taste, so of course I feel that way, but really just some of the best fragrances you could choose to begin your designer fragrance collection. They're all very highly rated. They're already considered modern classics, and so it's just a good direction to start in, at least. For those of you who are new here, my name is Ashley. I live in Paris and I work as an apprentice perfumer creating fragrances. I love talking about fragrances and sharing what I've learned in this journey. So if you're interested in fragrance topics, consider subscribing to the channel. So the first fragrance that I want to talk about is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Now this fragrance is absolutely a modern classic, and it's timeless. You can wear this fragrance whether you're 16 or 60. It's absolutely beautiful. It starts with a lemon, and then an apple note comes in. You have some cedar coming from Isoi Super, and then a delicious amber that kind of adds a little bit of warmth to the mix, and it's what gives this fresh fragrance kind of an addictive facet, and I think that's what's made this fragrance so appealing. This is one of those fragrances that is on so many reviewed lists, so many YouTube reviewers' favorites on women. It has a really high rating on Fragrantica, and that's just because it smells super good. The marketing really makes it seem like a summer fragrance, but I really feel like this fragrance works all year round. I think the brightness of the lemon and the apple does make it a bit more of a daytime fragrance as opposed to like a nighttime, where I personally like to go with something more balsamic and sweet. But definitely a fragrance you can wear all year round and worthy of being a signature scent. The next fragrance is Narciso Rodriguez for her Eau de Parfum, and this is one of the ultimate your skin but better fragrances. It's a floral musk that makes you smell as if you just got out of the shower, and holy moly, what a compliment getter. This is another one of those fragrances that men love on women, but also, who cares? What really matters is that this fragrance, you're gonna love it on yourself. This fragrance makes me feel so graceful and elegant, but again, also the naturality of it smelling like your skin, but better, makes me feel sexy. I absolutely think this is a fragrance worth having in your collection. So we've talked about my picks for daytime, nighttime fragrances now. So for nighttime, I think I would choose Hypnotic Poison, especially for a date. This fragrance starts with notes of apricot and plum, which are super lactonic notes. So it gives you this really milky vibe to the fragrance. And then to kind of make it a bit more elegant and round everything out, we have notes of vanilla and sandalwood. And I mean, all of this just sounds amazing, right? It's a super enticing fragrance. It gives you a really nice aura of scent around you. Everything's super well blended, so it smells really elegant. It is Dior. And the bottle is absolutely gorgeous. I am obsessed with it. The little red apple, I just think is super, super cute. Continuing with nighttime fragrances, this is a gourmand that's super refined, and it's Prada Candy. So this is one of the few gourmands that doesn't go straight into sweet, sexy territory, and instead decides to entice you slowly. So you have caramel, which is so addictive, but instead of getting gooey, there's powdery notes that just lends such an elegance to this fragrance. And then we have a bed of musk. So it's simple, it's linear, but it just smells so good and so refined at the same time. So I think this is the perfect fragrance, whereas Hypnotic Poison is great for a date. Prada Candy is so great if you have a more formal function in the evening. And last is Chanel Chance Eau Tendre, and I included this just because I remember when I was starting out, I felt like I needed a Chanel. Isn't that kind of funny, like how marketing gets to us? I was like, I need my Chanel. And at 14, 15, it absolutely was not going to be Chanel number 5. I did not have the maturity or refinement for that fragrance. But I did eventually with time find my Chanel in my 20s. And it is kind of a toss-up between two. It's Chanel Coco Mademoiselle and Chanel Chance Eau Tendre. But I'm going to talk about Chanel Chance Eau Tendre in this video just because I feel like it's a bit more versatile than the Coco Mademoiselle. The Coco Mademoiselle is very refined. It rests on a base of patchouli, which can be a bit more polarizing. And it's a bit more powdery. So it is very elegant. It is a very elegant fragrance, but I do feel like Chance Eau Tendre just has a bigger likability factor. It attracts a wider audience. I think it's a bit of an easier wear. You can spray it on and go, where the Chanel Coco Mademoiselle, it can also be a signature scent, but it's a touch more formal. Chanel Chance Eau Tendre is all fun with notes of quince, grapefruit, hyacinth, jasmine, and again on a base of assorted woods, because honestly a lot of times woods in perfumery is a mix of different things, and musks and a touch of vanilla. So it's a very layered and complicated fragrance. It's still elegant, it is Chanel, but there's something about this fragrance in its likability that just makes it so flirty and fun and fresh, and you can spray and go. It makes for such a great signature scent. And I just absolutely love this one, and it just really tends to please the widest audience possible. So if you know someone that hates like every other fragrance, this might be the fragrance to wear around them. Thank you so much for watching this video. I absolutely love this topic, and I always love speaking with you all. So please comment below what are the must-haves designer fragrances that you have in your collection.